We just talked to Penn State's coach, and he said that you guys did a really good job of daring them to shoot three-pointers, and obviously they didn't make them. I wonder what you saw from them going in that you said, let's make this a game plan, because it obviously worked.
I wouldn't say that that we were going to dare them to shoot them. We said at halftime, I don't know what they were, 1 for or 2 for 9 or whatever it was. Yeah, but yeah, 2:15, and we knew that they'd get hot. I mean, I think that's the one thing that we had seen with Penn State is those guys have the ability to really get rolling. I thought that we did a very good job of using our length, and AJ did a nice job pushing up and being disruptive.
Let's just talk about Cada tonight. He goes from not scoring against Purdue, and I know you said you talked to him. Did you like his mindset? What did you see from him tonight and how he played?
Well, the biggest thing with Cada, when I asked him, he had said I didn't play well, and I said, why? Let's figure out why. And I told him to make sure that he did, really, really thought it through, and we talked Saturday morning, and I just told him I need you to be more aggressive, and 22 points or whatever, that's a bonus, but I just want to see Cada back playing the way Cada can play, and I thought he was very effective tonight.
Thad, can you explain just the thought of starting AJ at this point now? I know he had been playing well, but what went into the decision to start him and put Jaquan on the bench?
Honestly, practice. Both he and Daniel had really, really practiced well leading in, and we had a couple days there to really, really get after it, really, really compete, and it was I don't want to say it was easy, but it was something that those guys probably earned the right to start.
To juggle the starting lineup, you're approaching midway point of Big Ten play, I think. Are you trying to send a message at all to the guys on the team, or was it just they played better so they got the nod?
Yeah, well, I think that you're constantly trying to send a message to your team, and I want these guys to understand. I mean, with where this team is right now, Thursday night we'll turn the halfway mark of the Big Ten. I mean, we'll be 9 games down, and you've got to step out of your comfort zone, and you step out of your comfort zone every day, and that's something this team needs. This team can't ever feel comfortable. We can't feel good about what we've just done because it's so hard moving forward. And I hope that guys understand. Hey, we come back in here tomorrow, strap it on, and we got to continue to get better.
How do you have to be careful when you make a move like that about the guys you sit? Do you have a conversation with them about what do you expect from them? The Jaquan and Trevor.
Yeah, well, I want to see them fight. I want to see them come back and play a little bit harder, practice a little bit better, and like I said, I think that hopefully not only those two, but everybody says, hey, I've got. This practice thing is for real. We're not coming in wasting time. We're going to compete it. We're going to get after it. And I think with that said, hopefully we're moving in the right direction.
That along those lines, when did you tell them that this was going on, and how did they react?
Oh, they were fine. Right before the game, I mean, just said, hey, here's who's starting, and away we went.
You mentioned that it had to do with practice. Had you not been seeing enough from some of the other guys in practice? I mean, is this, have there been practice issues recently? I mean, I know you've said before some games that you practice really well and then you don't play well.
Right.
Have you not seen what you wanted out of practice before?
No. I mean, we're probably making a little bit more out of it than we played really good defense tonight, except our transition defense wasn't good. But no, I just want this team to keep getting better, and whatever we have to do to keep pushing buttons and keep challenging guys and get them to accept the challenge, we'll go with that.
Not to harp on it, but just Daniel and AJ had both been good kind of spark guys off the bench. To have that from the start of the game, did you notice a difference? Did you like how it went from the start?
Well, yeah, and we felt like with number 3, AJ could push up and get into him a little bit more, and 33 as well. But yeah, everybody played, and like I said, I just want to get better.
Thad, you guys mentioned that at the half, one of the things you mentioned to them was turnovers. And that's something that's plagued this team all year. Is it a concern to you that that's still an issue halfway through the season? That you still got
I think it is. Obviously, I want to play perfect. I want to play with no turnovers. The only ones that get me are just the unforced turnovers. I mean, they jump into a half-court press and we throw the ball to Jack Schramm in the first row of the bleachers over there. We do a dribble handoff and that's the kind of stuff football makes bloopers of. There's nobody there to hand it off, and that's something that. And I was telling you, got to think the game. You got to think the game. You got to think the game. Think the game. And Mark had a pass that 3 guys stole, not 1, 3 guys, and it's like, that we got to keep hammering that home.
I think their fingerprint was mostly man defense. Were you expecting them to play zone as much as they did, or?
Yeah, we did. We felt like that we would probably see a zone because a lot of times they play those 2 bigs together, and I think with how we play with a skilled athletic 4 would have been probably forced the zone more.
In the second half, we only saw Trevor for 3 minutes, and I know he had a couple calls, maybe not go his way. But was that in any way? I don't know if we've seen Daniel play 17 minutes before in a half. Was that in any way a message to Trevor? Was there something he wasn't doing, or what?
No, I'd say this. I thought Daniel played pretty well, and David Bell's sick. We used him a little bit at the beginning, but he's really under the weather. So, but Daniel was into the game. He played through some mistakes that he had, and I thought he did a nice job.
Just defensively, you held them to 33% shooting. Was it just they were missing shots, or did you like what you saw? What did you see?
I did. I didn't like, our ball screen defense wasn't good a couple times. We locked on the opposite side a couple times where we didn't need to, and we weren't guarding the ball off the dribble. They're a drive team. I was excited that we didn't foul because Penn State shoots a ton of free throws, and I thought we did a very nice job of playing without fouling. And but there were possessions where we weren't all together, and that's something we got to continue to hammer home.
Jay Sean's talked a little bit about this season, about how he's had to kind of adjust his game compared to last year. It was a little bit of an adjustment period at first, but he played pretty well against Purdue. 15 tonight, did miss a shot from the field. Just where is he at right now over the last couple games?
Yeah, I think that he's. I honestly, I think Jay Sean is playing at a very high level, and I was just talking about it on the radio. He's been coming into practice. He's jovial. He's excited. He's happy. He's smiling. He's being a great teammate, and that stuff just it carries over into games.
You feel this was a step forward tonight? I mean, you win by 20 points. I know it wasn't perfect. I mean, how do you feel coming out of this?
The thing I'm most excited, I'm not driving to an airport, getting on a plane, flying home. I'll be home soon, honestly. But I think from the standpoint of this was a good win with what we've been through. I love the start that we got. We had a few breaks in the action, but it's like I said. Hey, we're sitting 8 games in the Big Ten at 5-3 or whatever. Thursday night's another big game for us. All right, thanks, guys.